Welcome back everyone. Today we have got some very big news, but not regarding Bitcoin, but regarding the macro economy. So there's been some big updates on the US-China trade war. I'm going to be breaking it down on today's video. I'm going to be talking about what this means for Bitcoin. And I mean, we are seeing a very interesting consolidation on Bitcoin where we're slowly creeping up. And of course, the momentum is dying off here, but we have seen the same on Ethereum, where we've seen upper sloping consolidation and even bigger pumps towards the upside. I'm going to be explaining what this meant on the Ethereum chart, what it will mean right now on the Bitcoin chart. So a lot of things to discuss right now on today's update video. Don't forget to once again watch this video till the end because I have got a lot of information prepared here. Don't forget to stomp that like button back above 1,000 likes. It will be highly appreciated. And first of all, let me break down the news, what is currently happening. And of course, we are starting to see that the stock market is bouncing up ever so slightly on the pre-market, but really we are still waiting for what the exact news is going to be here, because we have seen a lot of disappointing news articles regarding to, of course, trade deals. So the market is still waiting to see what the exact deal is going to be here. But yesterday evening, we got a message out of the White House. We got messages through Trump that the US is announcing a China-US trade deal in Geneva, which is, of course, ultimately very great for the markets, depending on what it's going to be looking like. So what is expected is that later today, the details of this exact trade deal is going to come out here. And of course, this is going to be absolutely crucial. If the trade deal is going to be somewhat like close to 0% tariffs or like only 10% tariffs, or maybe China is going to be investing in the US, I can guarantee you one thing, and that is that the market is absolutely going to be taking off here. So it really depends on what is going to be happening. And of course, as it is going to potentially be good news here, I do believe the market, especially the stock market, is inevitably going to go back all the way up towards all-time highs. And that is from this point already like a 7% move towards the upside. And as we know, consumer confidence is going to come back in towards the stock market and to investing. Probably it's going to also attract a lot of capital towards investing in crypto and a little bit more riskier assets. And I mean, we do know that if we're going to be looking at Bitcoin, and it's been absolutely strong recently, one thing I want you to know about is that we're currently creating a CME gap on this weekend, and that is sitting around $100,000 to $948. So I'm expecting Bitcoin is going to be filling up this gap before it's ultimately moving higher. But before going to go a little bit deeper in towards my technical analysis, guys, I do want to be talking about the fact that also we are right now seeing Russia and Ukrainian presidents meeting with each other this Thursday to discuss a potential ceasefire. So things are looking like it is finally getting sorted again here, which ultimately would be very great here. Today, we're also going to be seeing some inflows on the spot Bitcoin ETF. And like you can see already, we're starting to see new all-time getting hit over here. And we do also know that Ethereum has been very strong. So I'm very curious on what the flows on the Ethereum ETF are going to be like this week here. But going in towards my analysis on Bitcoin, we are right now seeing, of course, a major pump towards the upside. And after this happened, we're seeing upward sloping consolidation. And sometimes this is, of course, a bearish signal, because basically what we're seeing higher prices, but momentum is drying up here, and usually that corresponds with the top here. But also in some cases, it also shows you that the market is extremely strong here, just like Ethereum, right? We were basically pushing towards the upside. We were creating bearish divergence right here, but basically what we were seeing is that Ethereum was pushing higher and then slowly consolidating higher as well, and then had another pump. So it shows you how much strength and buying pressure there was over there. It was absolutely bloody insane here. And then once again over here as well, slowly creeping up, more buy pressure, and I really do think Ethereum right now, once again, is probably going to also get ready for an even bigger move towards the upside, as Bitcoin is probably also coiling up right now here with all the news that is happening. And I mean, I've been talking about it so many times already, guys, but what Bitcoin is literally doing right now here is following the global liquidity index. And if it's going to be following so, it's going to be having a slight little dump at the end of May, and then once again create another leg towards the upside. So maybe around the all-time high, we see a slight little fake out before ultimately pushing really much higher from off this point onwards. But what will be very important about this trade deal is because if they can finalize this deal here, inflation will stay low here. We potentially can start to see rate cuts from the US. And that is, of course, something we really need right now here. Because as that is going to be happening, then we're really going to be seeing the prices really going to go exploding here. So that is, of course, the thing I'm super excited for at this moment of time here. Then at the same time, I'm seeing that the funding rates are actually starting to turn positive. So that basically means here that it is actually better to be in a short position than a long position in terms of risk here. But yeah, we have seen the markets are extremely strong here. And I mean, we have been longing the markets on the bottom. And now, this leads to what I've been doing. I've been taking some profits on my trades here. I've closed my Ethereum trade in more than $15,000 in profit because my take profit target was $2,500. You can see over here on my trade here on Ethereum. Also locked in about 35k in profit already. And really, with my Bitcoin trade, if we are going to be hitting 110k, I'm going to be also locking in the profit, and I'm going to start open up new trades here in the market. So guys, if you want to be following my next trade, because these trades, also my Ethereum trade, you could have copied exactly on Pionex. And if you want to be doing so, don't forget to first of all subscribe to the channel. But second of all, guys, sign up already an account to Pionex, because soon I'm going to be opening up a new trade again, which you can exactly copy. And if you go to the highest link description of today's video right now here, sign up account to Pionex, you get already a free $30 towards $100 instantly on signing up an account to Pionex. So make sure to check it out right now in the highest link description of today's video. It is extremely valuable. You do not want to be missing out on this here. Further on, I want to be pointing out further that Bitcoin basically is looking exactly like we've been predicting. It's exactly creating that next high here, but I don't want to get most people fooled here, because what I personally really think here is that Bitcoin is not going to be going so much higher from this point than most people are right now predicting. I mean, in the bear market, I've talked about many times what my bull market targets are, and I've always said 130 towards 140k, and it remained to be the same here. I really think Bitcoin is going to be topping out between 130 and 140, and I think we're going to once again create a similar structure like 2021, like the previous bull market as well, where we basically create a double bearish divergence. And then, of course, we create the top here. So that is at least what I am currently expecting. I shouldn't be over excited. I mean, yes, things are looking great in the market right now here. Ultimately, I will always hodl Bitcoin and crypto. But of course, I do still think that in the bear market, most altcoins are going to get absolutely wrecked. And I want to be trading that as well here. So I'm going to be showing you guys that whenever I'm going to be going into those short positions. But right now, I do still believe there is more steam in the market, especially for the altcoin market. And yeah, I really think in terms of timing, around November, potentially September, Bitcoin is going to be creating that top here in the market. So we are right now seeing also on the weekly time frame that we are having a bullish crossover on the MACD. Ultimately, the last few times that happened, guys, we've always seen a major rally higher. And right now, I quickly want to be discussing Ethereum, because I do think Ethereum has got some steam left as well here. We do know it has bounced very hard from the bottom of 2020 on the Ethereum compared to Bitcoin valuation. But what you also have to understand that the Bitcoin dominance is literally sitting at this high right now here. It's creating a major bearish divergence. And what I find so interesting right now here is that if we're looking at all the previous cycles, the most exponential rally on altcoins always happened in the last 2 months of the cycle. And I really think it's going to be exactly the same here. I really think the last 2 months of this Bitcoin bull market is where altcoins are going to be doing so strong here. So super excited for what we're currently seeing here. We're also seeing that, of course, the Ethereum compared to 2021 and 2025 is looking very similar, guys. You have to understand, always in the beginning, whenever you see like these 20 or these large moves here, usually this is a sign of strength and a sign of continuation. So I'm super excited for that here. The last time we saw such a big candle was during 2024 ETF approval. And if we're just looking fundamentally speaking at Ethereum, there's so much more stable coin supply as well over there, showing you there's a lot of adoption. And of course, due to the most recent update, we are seeing that transaction fees are falling very quickly. It is ultimately a very great thing here. And I mean, I bought it mainly whenever it was so oversold. I remembered no one was watching these videos. Maybe it's because YouTube wasn't pushing my content to you guys out there. But guys, look at this. I only got like 8k, maybe 10k views, where those were the videos I exactly explained why I went in towards my positions on Ethereum, why I bought loads and loads of Ethereum on the bottom. And that is why I also made a ton of profit right now here from my trades here. So guys, we did an absolutely amazing job here. And of course, as soon as I think the market is going to turn around, I am going to be heavily opening up a lot of short positions. But now I do not believe it is the time yet here. So super excited. And guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because I've got a lot of more updates here coming in the pipeline. And I mean, today we've got some big news regarding the US trade deal with China. This could potentially pump the market towards new all-time highs. You have to understand, Bitcoin is only 5% away from all-time highs here, guys. It's extremely close. If we're gonna hit an all-time high, I'm gonna be jumping live on the channel. So thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel, slap on the bell notification right now here, because you do not want to be missing out on any of these videos right now. Peace out. Goodbye.